welcome back to another Let's Talk video. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are ready for part 2 of manipulation in regards to child abuse. And this week we're going to be focusing on the friendship forming stage. So last week we spoke about the targeting stage. Now we're going to be speaking about the friendship forming stage, and I think it's very key that we take note of these activities that these offenders may have, these traits, these actions that they may do, so that if we see it before our eyes, we're able to be alert and do something before the situation gets severe. Okay, and if it is that you are the one being targeted as a young adult or a teenager or a child, please be aware of these things so that you can always alert someone who will help you out of a situation like this. Okay, now let's get into it. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. The first point is the offender may very well put a great deal of effort into becoming someone the young person can trust. So last week we ended on this very point of trust. When they target you, they are becoming your friends to the point that you feel like this person could never hurt you, right? And that's where the friendship forming stage begins. After forming that level of friendship, that level of trust with the young person, which would more than likely be an adult to a young person, then it actually reminds me, sorry, I'm going off. It actually reminds me of when my mom warned me about a certain person in my life when I was younger, and I would always defend the person, and lo and behold, when the time did come, they were exactly what my mom told me they were, right? So we ought to not wait. Okay, as children, as a child back then, I really hope, looking back now, I was like, why didn't I listen to my mom, or why didn't I pay much attention to what she was saying? But as children, we are not necessarily the wisest, like adult less sense, right? So we tend to not want to listen to our parents. But please take note of these things. If your parents are telling you these things, please take note and don't just blindly defend people, because you never know who someone is. Okay, so yes, the person will form that level of friendship with you that you will trust them. And then if your parent or someone else looking on, a third party, looks on and see that, oh, this person is not necessarily having a good intention towards you as a young adult, and that person comes and warns you, please be wise and listen to the warning. I really hope these words are not just water off a duck's back. But yes, please be wise. Don't just think that that person doesn't know what they're talking about, because that's exactly what the offender wants you to believe or wants you to do, is to defend them, because they have gained your trust to that level. Okay, so yes, please be aware, young adults. Please, parents, teach your children this. Be aware of that trust, that a person who is not necessarily supposed to be their friend, that level of, or have that level of friendship with them as children, being an adult to a child. Yeah, take note of that, and keep your ears open, your eyes open, so that if anything goes off, you have already been alerted. Okay, the next one is the offender will make the young person feel special. Now you see why they go for the vulnerable, right? Because if someone is sad, if someone has a traumatic past, oh my, it's so sad. It's really sad. If someone has a traumatic past, or they're feeling lonely, something of the sort. Guys, and this is why friendship is important. Don't neglect your friends, the ones that you think they have it all together. They're more than likely the ones that are the saddest, the loneliest, okay? Don't neglect your friends, okay? Don't, if someone, if one of your friends looks lonely, don't don't be like, get over it. ah it's not that big a deal. Everyone has their problems. Yes, everyone has their problems. Not everyone knows how to deal with problems, okay? And we ought to, as individuals, realize that not because you can handle your problems very well means that the other person should be able to. Everyone is wired differently. Everyone has a different background. Maybe the reason why you have a better handling of your problems is because you have had a background where you've always worked out solutions with your family, so they have already taught you how to handle problems, and not everyone has gone through that lesson. I've learned to that, honestly, and it's hard to come to terms with, honestly, because I also think sometimes, like before, I also think that everyone has problems. What's your problem? But let's get out of that mindset. Everyone has a different background. Now let's get back to the point. Because these people, these young persons, these children, they are feeling lonely, they're vulnerable. The moment anyone makes them feel special, loved, with bad intentions, they don't know that that person has bad intentions towards them, but all they know is, okay, this person is making me feel special. They're giving me the love that I've always desired, that I craved from my friends, from my family, from the people that I deem the most important in my life. Why is this person giving me so much love, so much care, so much of everything that I've ever wanted, ever dreamed of? And they stick to that because that type of love is addictive. Of course, if you feel loved and if you've experienced the love from your family, from your friends, of course you don't want to lose that, because it gives you joy, it gives you happiness. And when it's genuine, it's amazing. But when it has hidden intentions, that's where we get into situations that I have to be speaking about these topics. Okay, guys? Whew. It's so hard because at this stage you don't know if you are being manipulated. You at this stage you don't know, as a victim, that you are being manipulated, because all you ever desired was just someone to love and appreciate you. But please, this is a call for parents and for friends, that we need to check in on our friends. We need to care about our children. We need to care about, especially even if you're not a parent, like those children that are your friends' children, those children that are in your life. Love and care for them. Let them know that there is someone that is there for them, that is genuine towards them. And you have to still keep your boundaries, because you need to let them know that, okay, an adult should have these boundaries towards a child. And yes, I love you, but an adult should only go so far and no more. Okay? Right. And this should be done by the parent and as well the friends of the parents. Okay? So please, in breaking this cycle of manipulation, it's a call for parents, it's a call for friends to love your friends. Show them that you care, and don't just think that, okay, this person is okay. No. Check in on your friends. You never know what someone is dealing with. And it should never be a one-sided party, that this person is always coming to you, and then you're never reciprocating it. Those things can be translated so badly, it's not even funny. But yes, it's a call for us to step up as friends, to step up as adults, to step up as parents when it comes to these things. Because if it is that our children are lacking this level of love in their life, of course they're going to be vulnerable, and of course those persons out there with bad intentions are definitely going to manipulate your child, and they will experience things they need not to experience, because they should have experienced genuine love, genuine care from home, to know what is genuine from fake. Okay, now the next point is the offender will be skilled at understanding the young person in ways the others do not. Whew. And I just spoke about parents stepping up. Guys, as parents, like I've thought a lot about things. Like, I literally think a lot. Ask my friends, they'll be like, Shanique is always thinking. And it's not necessarily just thinking. I'm literally talking to God, like having communication. I'm like, if I have a child, my child should have a safe place with me as their parent, to know that yes, they can come to me with regards to anything that is on their mind. They have a safe place, but they should also know that there's a boundary between parent and child, mom and child. Okay, because oftentimes, and I know I've heard reasons that or recent time parents, this generation of parents, they are loving their child, they're making their child their friends because their parents were just authoritative. My mother was authoritative to an extent, but discipline was needed. I wouldn't have been the Shanique I am now if I wasn't disciplined by my mom, if she didn't speak to me harshly. And I don't mean harshly in terms of breaking down my self-esteem, nothing of the sort, no emotional abuse. But she had to be stern with me, because my attitude at the time was just one of, the teenagers, like very feisty, very sassy, and wanting to do things my own way. My mother, she has patience, okay? God bless her soul. When it comes to me, okay? She made sure that she broke down things to me and be like, Shanique, this is what you're not supposed to do, and this is why you're not supposed to do it, because this, that, right? And I appreciate her for that. Not only her, my brothers, my sister. Likewise, I get counseled a lot, okay? Right? So I'm fully aware of why I'm not supposed to do certain things, right? So understanding the person, like if I have any problem, I can easily go to my mother and speak to her about my problem and be like, Mommy, this is happening, and then she'll be like, okay, let's talk about it, let's do this, let's do that. Let me be clear, that's a disclaimer. Let me be clear. And in teenager stage, it wasn't like that. So we'll improve on that in the future, right? In regards to my children. But yes, we're supposed to make sure that our children have a safe space with us, but still there's a clear line of boundary for them to know that, okay, yeah, there's this level of respect that needs to be had. Not because I'm your mom and not because I want you to talk to me, you have a safe space means that you should disrespect me. We're friends, but we're not friends. You get what I'm saying? And in having that safe space, they will not need to feel like they need to go outside to have someone else, the offender, understand them the way others do not, okay? The next one is give them gifts and rewards. If someone is not feeling like that at home, trust me, the moment someone starts giving them gifts, giving them rewards for things that they would have desired from their friends or from their family, it's going to be easy for an offender to take advantage of that situation. And we need to be careful with that in regards to how we make our friends who are vulnerable, or children who are vulnerable, handle situations like that. And my mom is an expert at that. Shanique, you don't take things from people. You don't yam things from people. Okay? Why you give this person this? Why you don't need to take that from nobody? Zin? I'm like, okay. Yeah, everything is at home. Nothing needs to be taken from anyone else. Okay, guys? Now, and the next point is the offender is going to always be that listening ear. So if your child or your friend cannot vent to you, they're going to be susceptible to an offender that is going to listen and value their thoughts and everything. And this, oh, this poor vulnerable young person will be like, wow, I've never experienced this level of love or trust or comfort in my life, and not knowing that this person has bad intentions towards them. It's pretty sad, but we ought to be very mindful of these things. If you're a young person and you see these things happening with a person who is not your age, please take note. I'm not saying that every single person out there that befriends a young person is like this, but you still need to take note to know that, okay, is he doing this for this reason, or is he doing this for that reason? Is she doing this for this reason, or is she doing it for that reason? Okay, don't just be like, oh, 100% safe, boom, we're good. No, let's not. Okay, guys, the next one is they will ask the young person to keep secrets about what they're doing together. Now here it goes to, okay, hold up, I need to watch this a little bit further, because why do I have to keep secrets about what we're doing together if this thing seems a bit queer, a bit strange? Okay, why do I need to keep secrets? Why is it that if we're alone and there is something happening, why shouldn't I tell my mom? If you are a trustworthy person, why can't my mom or my father know about these things? You should question this as a young person. And the moment someone tells you to keep secrets, an adult to a child tells you to keep this level of secrets, if you feel uncomfortable and they're also telling you to keep a secret, that's when you should start talking. Okay? That's when you should start talking, and you should go and tell your parents. If you're not talking to your parents, find the police station, okay? Or find someone who you think is trustworthy, because trust me, this is not safe for someone to be telling you that they need to keep secrets with you and you feel uncomfortable in that situation, especially an adult to a child. Okay? Take note, please. The next one is they will test out physical contact by accidentally touching your private parts. Guys, I've never experienced this, thank God, but I have heard stories, and I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And it makes me think, wow. So, no adult, let's get that clear, no adult should accidentally be touching you in places that you should not be touched. Okay? And if you're a child watching this, go and ask your parents those places, okay, where you should not be touched. Okay? No adult needs to be touching you in that area. No accidental touch in those areas. The moment an adult does that to you is the moment. First of all, the fact they are telling you to keep secrets means that you should speak. If you didn't speak at that moment, the moment they touch you is the moment you should say something, okay? And even if they threaten your life, please find the police station and tell someone. Tell a safe adult, okay? Please, I am begging you, please, just talk. If you keep silent, they will continue. Please. I've heard of stories where, yes, they threaten your life, but find some way to speak. Please, I'm begging you, find some way to speak. And it's for parents to educate your child that, okay, if someone touches you this way, regardless of if they threaten your life, come find me, speak to me, okay? Speak to me as your parent, or speak to an adult. Go and find the police station, okay? Okay, don't be afraid. And the next one is, the final one for this week is, in being their friends, this offender may very well be that person that will protect them from all bullies. Every trouble they have, they will be their hero. Whew. Oh, it reminds me of something. But when you see someone trying to be the hero in your life at all times, and this person has no business trying to be your hero, has absolutely no business. This person could be married. He or she has no business being the hero in your life, okay? Also, he or she has no business being in every aspect of your life as if they don't have their own family. And that's not to say that they should neglect genuine families who actually love children. It's not to say that those people should neglect children, but as I said previously, there is a clear boundary on how adults should behave with children, okay? And if you're seeing those lines being crossed, then it's your duty to, if you see that these things are being crossed, if these boundaries are being crossed, it's your duty, guys. It is your duty to say something and to stop it in its track, okay? Stop these offenders in their track, because the moment you speak out is the moment they stop what they're doing. And yes, you're going to look crazy, because obviously if someone is going to manipulate you, if they're trying to manipulate you, you can never tell them that they were doing the exact same thing that they were doing when they know 100% that they were doing it. Guys, I'm telling you, because I could have gotten to that point where I was a victim to offenders, okay? But I am now the crazy one. And I don't mind being the crazy one, because no one touched me. And that's why you should be the crazy one, guys. I'm telling you. Be the crazy one, and don't let these manipulators get away with what they're doing. And they will never admit that they did what they did, okay? So please don't be afraid, and don't let their emotions or what they do get to you, because trust me, I understand. It gets to me sometimes. I'm like, huh? Did I really think this way? Did I really do this? Did I really do that? Was I thinking too much? Was I doing this? Was I doing that? Yes, I'm like that sometimes. But I'm so glad I serve a God that gives me dreams to confirm that I'm not thinking wrong. Okay? So, yeah, guys, build your relationship with God. He will confirm it for you when these manipulators won't. Okay? Manipulators will never, ever be wrong. Let's get that clear. So be crazy. Stop them in their tracks. And you live your life untouched by these people, okay? Don't be afraid to speak out against them. Now, that is the friendship forming stage. I haven't even reached the next stage, and ooh, I'm fired up, like really. Whew. Yeah. This life is not necessarily the easiest, right? But anyways, guys, I really hope these tips were helpful, and I hope you guys will have a great week. I'll see you next week for part 3 on the love forming stage, the love relationship stage. Okay, guys, I'll see you. Bye-bye.